What's that flower you have on? Could it be a rose from days gone by? She's 41 and she still calls her baby 'cause she's having an abortion and she can't get it killed in Texas.
We're recording.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank
We're
you.
on.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everybody, and welcome to In a Pickle with Gene Moore, sponsored by GeneMooreComedy.com. Hi, everyone. I hope that you're having a great week and everything's moving along. It's summer. It is just chugging along. And chuggling, I'm making up words, Chris. I am. You know what? Here's what's going on.
Own it. Chuggling.
I know. We are struggling in this heat. Oh, my God. Send ice. If you're out on the East Coast, send us ice. You know who's really in a pickle right now, Chris?
Who?
Our plants in the front yard. You see them?
Oh, I know. They're sad.
I know. I looked at them last night. They're like, we're dry. We're dry. We're dry.
I mean, I know Arizona's hot and dry, but come on. This is just ridiculous.
I know. I feel so sorry for them plants. So we got to go water them tonight. I hope I'm not over out watering them, but
We haven't had a single rain.
a single rain, not even one drop, not even one drop of rain. And now and this is monsoon season, right? We passed
Right.
it by. I love monsoon. That's when the electricity comes in the air and it gets hot. It's beautiful. Monsoon season is really beautiful. I love it when you can see the lightning and the thunder moving across the valley. It's really cool. It's something. That's probably one of the best things about living here in Arizona.
Yeah, the monsoon season when it actually happens.
Besides me, I'm the other thing about Arizona. Did you know that? Thank you. Anyways, my plants are in a pickle, man. They are dying. I'm gonna go out there and lay hands on them. I might have to look for a saint. There's probably a saint in the Catholic Church that can help plants. You know, we got a saint for the dogs. We got a Saint Joseph. If you want to sell your house, you take a statue of Saint Joseph and you bury him upside down, and your house will sell.
Is that real?
Chris?
That's
Don't
a thing.
Do not make fun of the Catholic Church. It's for real. Yeah, there's probably a saint for plants. I got to look that up on the internet. Anyways, you know who else is in a pickle?
Who?
I'm starting to do shows again, so I'm out testing material, and I met somebody who is my friend who's really good with money. He's an adult, and he owns property and everything, and he asked me, because I told him I was worried about being laid off. And he said, well, how much money do you have in reserves? And I said, well, I can live a little bit, probably like 8 months. And then he said, and that's because I'm going to sell all of my valuables, like my Homer Simpson watches. Remember when I went to Burger King and bought all those?
Yeah.
I'm going to get I knew those were collector's items.
Well, how much is your Elvis Beanie Baby going to sell?
Oh, man. I'm going to get top dollar for that right there. So anyways, he's like, how much money do you... And, he's old-fashioned, and he told me, do you have at least 3 years of income saved up in your 401k? 401k, he said. You know what? You know what I told him? I said, I don't trust white people with my money. I live with a white person. I sleep with one eye open every night. I swear to God, I'm not going to trust people with my money like that. You know what he said? He said, if you don't trust white people, you could go and get funds, fund management, and they are like gay people, Mexican people, black people, everybody. I told him I want a lesbian managing my money,
Seriously, though.
A broke lesbian, you know what I mean? Like Birkenstock driving a 1999 Ford Taurus, you know what I mean? You ever go into these offices with these people that want your money, these Charles Schwab, they all got BMWs, they all have nice Rolexes. You know who pays for that? Me. I'm not going to let you take my hard-earned money. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. So he had me worried a little bit for the 401k. And then I realized aliens are going to come anyway. So who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? How many times have I lost money on a 401k, Chris? How many? All the time, right? The companies go under.
Oh, yeah. I
don't trust that. God.
Yeah.
That's white people shit. I'm not, hope in a dream. No, I'm going to save my money like a regular person.
Under your mattress.
Under my mattress, like a human being, like an adult. Yeah. I didn't get into that Bitcoin stuff. I thought that was nonsense. You know what I mean? I didn't think that was real.
Is that even still a thing? I don't even know.
I don't know. I put my faith in Jesus. I'm not going to put it in a Bitcoin too.
Which is why we're poor.
That's why we're poor. But, the Lord's looking out for me, so that's who's in a pickle is my financial. I told him, I just accepted the fact that I'm going to work until I'm 95. I'm okay with it,
Yeah.
Joe Biden is doing it. Dianne Feinstein's doing it.
Right. I just look at it like this. Did cavemen hit like 65 and say, you know what, I'm done.
No, they didn't.
No, they would freaking starve to death.
I know. And, some people would say, are there gay cavemen? Of course there were. There was always hunters and decorators. Hello. Always. Anyway, so that was the pickle of the week for the 401k. It's always good to start when I make Chris laugh. Okay, because he is hard to make laugh. But anyways, you know who else was in a pickle, Chris?
Who?
This is insane. Did you see the news about the people in Alabama? And that man was just doing
brawl?
he was just doing his job. He went out there and he told the people, and then they got feisty. This is a problem in America where people think they can attack workers.
Yeah.
This had nothing to do with white against black. This is about people not respecting each other's. You know where it comes from?
Where?
Ass whippings. There used to be a time in America when you would get an ass whipping. If you went to school and act the fool, you would get an ass whipping at school, at home. At school and then at home. Now people just talk back to their teachers. They talk back to cops. They talk back to everybody.
That used to be like they still did spankings in school when I was in elementary school. And that was a legit fear.
It was a legit fear.
And when someone would get a spanking, like everyone for like 2 weeks would be on high alert.
Yeah, now people think I was behind the line. I remember, where was I at? I was in Fort Lauderdale, and this man, I was in the rough powder town, and they said, do not go out and order room service, because it was when I was doing that cruise, and the ship left early in the morning, but I was hungry, and I wanted to go get something to eat, and there was a McDonald's, and they said, but don't walk, sir. And you can call an Uber, but they won't come. And I'm like, I was born in the streets. I could do it. Ooh, Chris. I went there because I should have just ordered a pizza, but I'm headstrong. So I go in there, and this man came in, and he just started yelling from the door, y'all better have fresh French fries. I want my French fries fresh. And then the worker was like, sir, what's going on? And he said, I want fresh French fries. And he cut in front of everybody because we were using those. They make us do the computer thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm learning how to bag groceries and how to work at McDonald's. You know what I mean? So I'm over there, trying to get my shit together. And then he just walks the door and cuts in front of everybody, and he wants fresh fries. And it was tense. And they were yelling, and I was like, holy shit, I'm going to die for a cheeseburger. That's not the way to live a life, you know?
No.
I know. I'm not. Then I'm going to have a funeral, and then James Hohenscheid's going to have to work the door and make sure nobody comes in my funeral in flip-flops or shorts, because I'll fucking haunt you.
It always cracks me up when you see those videos of like people fighting in McDonald's.
I know.
Like fighting over crappy food that's going to kill you.
I know.
What is that about?
I know. There's so many other things to fight about. Like how many Doritos go in a bag of Doritos because of shrinkflation, and they charge you more, but they make you get less Doritos. That's something we should be fighting about.
Yep.
Not this crazy nonsense. I don't know. That's just crazy. But I'll tell you what, all this time I was thinking, we needed a gun or something. Another gun or something to protect. We just need chairs, Chris.
Just a folding chair.
Just a folding chair. Did you see Aquaman? He swam up to that shore.
They're calling him
Black Aquaman.
No, Blackwaman.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my God, I wish I had a TV credit like that. I'm going to look for some shit and just do something like that and then make that my TV credit, because the whole world saw it. He was swimming like crazy. Yeah, they did. They messed up some people. That's embarrassing to get your ass whipped onto. And there was one guy who knew he was on camera. Did you see this picture?
No.
He's like just looking, and he's like right in the photo, and he knew where the camera was, and he saw all this craziness behind him, and I'm like, that's my hero. That's my shit. I would be doing the same thing, No, I probably would, because I think I have to. I'm half white, so I think I have to get in everybody's business. Stop fighting, everybody. Stop. I did that at a comedy club once. This Jason Collins was on stage, and this lady threw a drink at him.
Oh my God.
And then we had to kick her out, and the man got out, and then we were escorting him out, and they're like, Gene, you got to help. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm little. And so they were moving them all out the back door, and then the man punched me right in the chin. I was like, damn.
I remember that. Yeah.
God, I was like, I saw like 2 stars. I said, Jesus, I'm not ready.
See, I would have been on the floor calling my lawyer.
I know. I should have thought of that. I could have owned that club. I could have called Lerner and Rowe. I'm in a reckonated check. But I don't think like that. I'm not devised like that, you know. My mother was, I get that from my mom because my mom was in a horrible car accident where she was in a cab and the cab driver was drunk as shit and he got into a bad accident and everyone told my mom to sue the cab company and my mom wouldn't.
What?
I know. I'm like, Mom, this is our ticket. The Lord is knocking on the door. Let him in. He's got coins. You know, you ever see that painting of Jesus knocking on the door? That was him. But my mom said, no, that's not right to make money off of people's, troubles. That man needed help. That's how I grew up. That's why I'm so messed up the way I am.
And that's why we're poor.
And that's why we're poor. But you know what? I'm going to see Jesus. And I'm going to go in to see Jesus with my chair. Because if somebody gets unruly, I'm going to whoop them over the head. That was something. The chair, that was some.
Yeah.
That was everything.
That whole thing was just crazy.
Crazy. And when you're on vacation, the last thing you're going to think about. No, let me be honest, because I want to be honest on this podcast. The one time I did go on vacation, I think I've been on one vacation in 20 years, right?
You haven't been on many.
We went on that cruise ship together just as regular civilians. Remember that lady from Australia? I was so hungry, Chris. And I went to, because I missed dinner or something. I don't remember what I was doing. Because we were dancing or something. And then in the breakfast, I went to get breakfast and I went to grab the plate and she grabbed it too. And she got all loud on me. Remember that? And I let her have it. I'm like, you are not that cute to be that rude. Because it's a whole different Gene Moore at 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a whole different Gene Moore. You know, I try to be good, but the devil's inside me. I need eggs or something to kill it, you know. But, you know, I was going to say, how could you be on vacation and be so angry? Like, I don't know. And no one could calm them down. There was no one that'd be like, this is not a good idea. God, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, they were just going for it.
I know, and it's all on the news, and it's going to be at your job. You're going to lose your job over some crazy stuff like that. People are in a pickle. America's too crazy right now. Everybody's too stressed out. Everybody's too angry. Everybody's too caffeinated. You know what I mean? I think we just need to sit down, and here's what we need. We need Mr. Rogers. We need Mr. Rogers to tell us to calm down.
We do.
I know. Maybe that's, Paul Rubens died. Maybe I should be the new Mr. Rogers and tell kids to calm down and not be so angry. Just eat pizza.
Well, Paul Rubens was Pee-wee, right?
Yeah, what did I say?
Mr. Rogers.
Oh, You know what? It was my birthday this weekend, and the old age is happening. It's a happening, It is happening. But thank you. I had a good birthday. It was nice and quiet. I like it. Can I tell you this, Chris?
We ate
a lot. I don't put my birthday on Facebook, so nobody knows. Only my real friends know. So I was getting texts during the day, and that's enough for me. I don't need everybody. I just don't like celebrating my birthday. You don't
like the spectacle of...
It's always been embarrassing for me. And I will tell you this, Ray Howard, he's always, by tradition, always tries to be the last person to send me a happy birthday text. So he sends it like at 11. I'm like, bitch, you're cutting it close. You my sister, you're supposed to say happy birthday,
Yeah.
That's the only one I would have been sad if he didn't. Ernesto and them, Ernesto loves to tell me I'm getting old every year because I'm 6 months older than him. So he loves to tell people. He's hateful. Anyways, Chris, that's all in the pickle. My plants, my 401k, and those people from Alabama. Oh, my God. Alabama. I thought they were nice in Alabama, and they got it like that. I've been looking up places to live when we get old, and I was looking at Montgomery, Alabama. Have you ever been there?
I feel like I've driven through there.
Really? Did you like it? Did it seem safe?
No, driving through it, didn't really see Montgomery. But they have tornadoes there.
Yeah, I know, but if you're going to go, you're going to go.
Tornadoes, racism,
but see,
humidity.
I don't think the
bugs.
aliens are going to be able to land their aircraft in a tornado. So, I just don't think that.
So you're safe in the tornado zone from
I don't know. I don't think aliens will come here in Arizona either. I just don't. I feel safe here.
I feel like this is the first place they're going to come.
In Arizona?
Well, they always go to the desert.
No, know. I think they go where
There's something about they love the desert.
Chris, I Googled safe places to live from Sasquatch and aliens, and Phoenix came up. So you're welcome. I do all this. I worry about stuff before it happens. You're welcome, Chris. Anyways, I'm going to move to my friend of the week. Can I do that?
It's your podcast.
Thank you, Chris. You are sassy today. My friend of the week. My friend of the week is Hien Vu. Hien Vu is my friend of the week. She is amazing. She is the mother of my goddaughter. She drives me crazy, and I love her. She makes me laugh. She makes me cry. She's amazing. You know, I worked at this company where everybody on our team had a twin. My friend Brandon, he has a twin sister. My boss has a twin brother. I worked with Esperanza, who had a twin brother. Everybody had a twin. And so me and Hien Vu were the only two, and we said, well, she's from Vietnam.
Yeah.
And I'm Mexican, and I'm like, she always calls me Mexico. Gene, you're Mexico. That's what she said. She does. You know what my favorite thing about Hien Vu is? She loves to travel. And so her and her husband, we live here in Phoenix. They went to Tucson to get sushi. And I said, what did you do? She said, sushi in Tucson. Tucson. I love her. And she has that Vietnam accent. One time we flew to North Carolina together, and she said, oh, Gene, I throwed up. I throwed up. It's so funny. She's so funny. She makes me laugh all the time. I love her. She's crazy, insane. You know, she's bossy. She'll get me to do so. Remember she was going to make me adopt her cousin?
Yes.
She just makes me do stuff. And normally I'm like, okay, Hien Vu, I'll do it, whatever.
I'm pretty sure you were close to doing it until I'm like, no, we're not letting someone move in with us.
I know. She's insane. She's always got me doing crazy stuff. She moved away to Delaware, and I miss her terribly. But, yeah, she called me one day, and she said that her nephew was in Vietnam, and he was going to come and live with a family, but it fell through. So she said he's going to move in with you and go to school, in high school here, and then go to college. And I'm like, I said, Hien Vu, it don't look right. 2 gay men and a young Vietnamese boy. Like, that don't look right. What the neighbor's going to say? They don't look right at all. And what do I know about kids? I don't know nothing about kids, you know? I don't know. Do you want to have kids? Is that even on the I don't think so, right?
No, thank you.
No, I know that. You know, you see everybody with kids and they got wrinkles. They just look horrible.
Yeah.
I know. Why?
It's a lot of work.
Why would you do that? You'd be in a pickle for the next 20 years. I don't know. The only thing that would be good was it'd be someone to take care of you when you get old in the old folks' home.
I actually worry about that. Who is going to take care of me when I get old?
Don't worry. I'm going to run for Congress, and we're going to get that good Nancy Pelosi healthcare plan. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be like Dianne Feinstein, and they're gonna be like, vote yes, yes. I'll be old as hell.
What is going on with her?
Her family don't love her. That's clearly what's going on.
She fell. Did you hear she fell?
I know. She needs to go home, and I'm saying that with compassion. Live out your last days in. Who wants to be in Washington, D.C.? It's hot. There's mosquitoes. The rats are huge. I used to live there. The rats were huge. I did. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. I remember I was a waiter there in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I know. You know what's so funny is one time I waited on, at that time, he was the highest ranking gay person in the Democratic Party or in government. It was Barney Frank. And he was in the house. He was on there, and he came to our restaurant, and they were doing a photo shoot with Out Magazine, and so I was his designated waiter of the day. But here's what it was: at the end of the month when I'm trying to make my rent, and that was my one table for the night, because they said you're going to give him your white glove service. So I did, and what a nightmare!
Really?
I have waited on in my career as a waiter, which was horrible. I'm the worst waiter ever. But if you like food and you like good service, I'm a good waiter. But if you're just coming to be bougie and, you know, like these Scottsdale thousandaires, they make $30,000 and they act like they're so rich.
Yeah.
bitch, I'm old poor. Old poor and old money, we know how to get along perfectly. We know how to coexist in this world. We know where each other goes. We know what to say. New money and new poor, they mess everything up. And I can't wait on new poor people. They are just, they're coming in hot with their Crocs and their badass kids. Not going to do it. But anyways, I waited on Barney Frank, and I gave him good service. He was just a piece of shit. And I think he grabbed my butt, but I don't have a butt, so he was just grabbing bone. Thank you, sir. Anyways, waited on him, right? $150 dinner, right? Everything was calmed. This mother effer goes in his wallet and leaves me like $3.
What?
$3.
Are you serious?
I went and found him at the door, and I didn't mean to be rude. And I said, "Excuse me, Mr. Frank, Congressman Frank." I said, "I don't mean to be rude, but I think you need this money more than I do because, it's the end of the month and I'm trying to pay my rent, but you only left me $3. That hurts my feelings, so I'm going to give it back to you because I have dignity." And he's like, "Okay."
Wow.
He took it.
Wow.
Piece of shit. I can't wait to be famous and let Barney Frank know that he's horrible tipper. And comes to find out, he was involved in the 2008 housing crisis. He let Fannie Mae and them lax on some rules so that they could break laws. And so that cheap mother. I'm so. But of all the people I waited on that were Republicans, they always tip well. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's funny.
They're always, but the Democrats, they are. That was the Lord testing me there. So, but if things go to worse, I can't go back to my career in waiting tables. I'm the worst. I can't handle it. I have to bring a chair to work every day and just hit people over the head with it. I know. Do you want me to be a waiter ever again, Chris? That's horrible.
No, you were a bad waiter. I
like the cash though. I liked always having cash.
Oh yeah, always coming home with a stack full of money.
Oh, I loved it. I loved all of it. So I don't know. I want to talk about a segment. I want to go to my segment called "Nobody's Talking About It." And Chris, here it goes. Nobody's talking about it. I'm trying to get my. I should go to singing lessons.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I did a show with this lady, and she has a show in New York, and she told me, "Please come and do my show." And I said, "Yes, but I'm not going to do it until I can find a way to do my comedy, it kind of like in a song." So I think I need to take singing lessons, because if I sing, everyone will be like, it'll be hard, But what were you going to say?
I think you should do comedy lessons.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. But anyways, my friend of the week is what we're talking about is nobody's talking about it. And that is, why are people so emotional? Like, you can't even, there used to be a day where you could bust each other's balls. You know what I mean? Just razz people. But you can't anymore because nobody, and you know who's killing it? Who said you can't bust balls anymore or razz people? Are people who don't know how to do it. Like, they don't know how to do it, so they kill the art. That's an art to do, It
is,
and so it's part of the best thing. I was really looking forward to being old and busting people's balls when I get old. Like old men do?
Yeah.
Like when they go and they make little quips, and it's gone.
Yeah, we can't do that anymore.
Can't do it.
Everyone's too sensitive.
Too sensitive and emotional. They got hurt feelings all the time. I don't even think they do as many roasts anymore because people just can't handle the heat.
Yeah.
That's because we take ourselves too serious in this country.
People get offended seeing other people get offended.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're at.
It's very sad. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to run for Congress after all, just so they'll take care of us when we're old and just make fun of people. I don't know. So that's my thing of the week. I also wanted to say, I think people just need a little bit more God. I think ass whippings and a little bit more God, because I know Gene Moore is going to heaven because I'm aggressive with the blessings. You understand me, Chris? Like if you sneezed right now, I'd be like, bless you. I'm good with it. I know God's like Jesus. Jesus is like, girl, you were right on time. So I'm going to heaven. Are you ready to go to heaven? Do you know your Lord and Savior?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
I don't think you do as much as I. I wish you'd go to mass with me.
No, thanks. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual.
Okay, well, when you're making those last breaths, I'll be like, okay, Jesus, come on now. Come on, come on through. So anyways, that's our topic of the week there. What else do you want to talk about? Anything else? Do you want to go to questions I haven't heard? And then let's get some going on some food and water these plants.
I am hungry.
Okay, thank you.
What are we going to eat?
I don't know. We'll talk about that later. You can have my leftovers from yesterday. Chris, that made me blow ass so much I cannot go to the bathroom anymore. You can have it. I cannot. My butt looks like a monkey's butt. It's all red.
Oh my God.
I know, it's gross. I know, I need prayer and ointment.
Is there a saint for that?
There's a Catholic saint that can help you when you go to the bathroom too much. I don't know what was in that food, but I'm not eating it anymore. I can't. Anyways, let's go to a new segment called Questions I Haven't Heard Before from Chris. Chris writes these questions and I have not wrote them. And again, what we're doing is we're gold mining material because I'm stuck and this is helping me. This really is helping me, Chris. I know you hate it, but it really is. Okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
What song do you want played at your funeral?
You sure are focused on my funeral a lot. And I don't... just yesterday, you know what I do for my birthday every year? Do you know what I do? I don't know if you do it for me, but I go and I look at my insurance to make sure, I'm okay in case I die. So, you know what I mean? I'm paid up and stuff. You focus a lot on my death. And you know what? Just so you know, I left you enough money to pay for all the bills, the car, the houses, and maybe like $20,000 extra. I'm not going to leave you like $1 million so you can go live the best life without me. No. Screw that. I'll make sure you don't have bills, but
thank you. That's so nice of you.
You're welcome. Yes. What song do I want to play at my funeral?
Yeah.
I want to say what do I want? Born in the USA. I love me some Born in the USA. Yeah, because I just want everyone to get up like this. Yeah.
So we're gonna have a white trash funeral?
No. You know what I really would love, and I'm not being funny. I would love something like ZZ Top. Sharp dressed man. Everybody knows he's a sharp dressed man. Yeah, I want a fun funeral. Yeah. And my friend Joe Basilla, will you make sure he's involved and Ray to, talk? Do you think you could talk at my funeral? Like MC it?
Oh, that's a lot to ask.
I know. So just have Joe do it. Joe and Ray Earl.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll do it. Ray, he's probably going to do 15 cowboy, costume changes.
Yeah, totally.
He won't care about my funeral.
Yeah.
But Joel will do a good job. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah.
What is the most embarrassing moment of your life?
The most embarrassing moment of my life, right off the top of my head, most embarrassed. I'm embarrassed all the time. I'm thinking right now, what am I embarrassed about? I think last week we hit it when we were talking about when Ray came over, we made him microwave dinner, and I was kind of embarrassed. I wasn't the most embarrassing, but when he tells that story to other people, it's embarrassing. We don't know how to cook. Well, I guess we could cook if we had time, right? But
yeah.
I don't have time. It's embarrassing. So I think that was pretty embarrassing.
What about the Stacy moment? That was pretty embarrassing.
So, okay, here's the thing. I had this friend at this job that I worked at, and it was, oddly enough, it was after the 2008 housing crisis, and I had to go work at this call center, and I had to get up and go to work at 5 o'clock, and I had to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I worked with this nice black lady. Her name was Stacy, but she never had money. She never brought lunch. She would always trick you. She'd say, let's go to lunch. We'd go to lunch in the drive-thru, and then we'd order, and then I'd say, well, give me your money. And she's like, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. You have to pay for it. I didn't say I had any money. And I'm like, oh, it's so embarrassing. So I would pay. And then, sometimes she would say, Gene, go ahead and loan me $10, just to get by. I called her my get by friend. I just need a little to get by. Just a little bit. Just give me $10, $5 just to get by. Just a little. I got to put something on my lights. She used to pay electricity every week, or they would turn it off. And she always needed money just to get by. So I always called her get by. But anyways, I remember one time I was feeling myself and I was at Target with you, and I saw this lady from the back, and I yelled out, "Is that my friend Stacy? Stacy!" And then this lady turned around. And she just looked at me, and it was not Stacy. That was pretty embarrassing. She's like, she looked at me like an elevator, just up and down. But oddly enough, that wasn't too embarrassing for me. I just made a fool of myself. I do it all the time. Yeah.
It was. I think I laughed the whole way home.
I mean,
it was so funny.
Yeah, I think that's me and you funny. But I will tell you that you make a fool of yourself in front of people, so it's not really so bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay. So why do you hate your birthday so much?
I've always hated my birthday, Chris. My mother used to, it's weird because I don't like attention. I only like attention when I want it. It's a weird thing. I like to go into a room real quiet. I don't like to make a big deal. I don't like it. And so when I was a little kid, my mom used to invite all the neighborhood over, and they would get my cake and my sloppy joes because that was my shit. I always told my mom I want sloppy joes and a cake. And then she'd always cut their pieces and give it to them first. I'm like, what about me? I'm a Leo. I'm Mexican. I'm the prince. You're supposed to take care of me first. So it was crazy. Because here's the real story. When my mom had me, she was in school, so she sent me to my grandparents, and they raised me like a typical Mexican, where Mexican men are raised like princes. They eat first. Everything is catered to them.
Really?
My mom was not having that. She was like, no, we are not doing that. We're not doing that. And so she would have birthday parties, and she'd invite everyone over. And then I would get mad. And I think the last birthday party I had was 9, where I took the cake and I flipped it upside down and spilled everything, put soda in the sloppy joes.
What?
Yeah, I didn't want anyone at my house. I didn't want anyone to have a party. And I went to my room, and in my room we had an old house, and it had like a furnace, and it was like a steel furnace. It was like the plate was super steel, and my birthday's in August, so it wasn't on. So I was laying on the floor because you could see downstairs on the dining room table, and I had the furnace. I was put on my face on the furnace, and so then I fell asleep, and my mom woke me up later, and then when she woke me up, I had the furnace imprint on my face. And she's like, Gene, you can come down, And I said, I don't care. I don't care if you had a party. Because they had a party without me. She got another cake and just did it. Because that's how my mother raised me. Oh, you're going to be act a fool? We're just going to go on. And so I was looking at everyone have fun, but I said I didn't care. But clearly I did, because I had, the print of the fancy. It was like a leaf design on my face. Yeah, I know. And she thought that was, I know my mom hated it, but I think my mom liked my stubbornness because she was laughing at that hysterically. And then we went downstairs and we had my own private ice cream and cake with her. And I liked it. That was better for me. And I got to watch Johnny Carson with her.
Were you a bratty child or something?
No, I wasn't bratty. I just didn't like people. I still, I'm moody,
I know that.
I'm moody. I like people when I like people, but when I need to be alone, I need to be alone.
Yeah, I know that.
So, plus my friend Billy Brooks was there, Billy Brooks was my first friend. He thought we were friends, but we was going together. He just didn't know it. Like, we had a fort, and I thought it was our dream house, but he thought it was a fort. And, yeah, we broke up because he wouldn't get a job. Mm-hmm. Next question. I'm glad you moved away from drugs.
I know. Has anyone in your family ever been to prison?
Yes. In my family, everyone has really cool nicknames, and we had a cousin named the Killer. They called him the Killer. The Killer's here. The Killer. The Killer's gonna get you. And he killed somebody, and they called him the Killer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, mm-hmm. He was a good one. I also had another cousin. Everything was the greatest. Oh my God, it's the greatest. Look at these tacos. They're the greatest. So we called him the greatest. Everyone had a nickname but me. I really, really, really want a nickname. You know what I mean? Like Get By Girl or something. I don't know.
We'll have to think of something.
Yeah. So yeah, my cousin Raymond went to prison. He's probably dead by now. He had bad diabetes. That was really bad.
Wow.
I know. What happens is Mexican people, we grow up weird. Like from 17 to 24, we're hot. You know what I mean? Like everything's tight, everything's right. But like at 24, we just start growing. Like our legs get skinnier and our guts get bigger. We look like Mayor Cobblepot from Batman. I look like that. That's my body type. My chest is real fat and my legs are skinny, and it's just Mexican people. We age differently. We got like 5 good years to be hot, and then you get the women. They used to have. I don't see Mexican women have it now, but they used to have that thing that protected their chuchu, the coochie thing. It was like a fat roll that was like right there.
Oh yeah.
Because of all the lard that they ate. I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
I know. I was always worried that I was gonna have that, but my mom said only women do. But I was a woman too, so I'm like a woman. I'm like, please, Lord, don't let me have that coochie thing. It's like a coochie protector, I guess. I don't know.
I think I know.
I don't. You don't see it anymore. Mexican women don't have that anymore. I don't. Yeah. I think they changed their diet. Mm-hmm.
Oh well, good for them.
Goat meat is fattening. I don't know. Next question.
What was your favorite toy to play with as a child?
My favorite toy. I used to play with Hot Wheels all the time. I used to play.
Really?
Yeah, I used to play with Hot Wheels, and I would have them, and I used to play with Hot Wheels a lot. I liked them. My Uncle Tim used to have a really cool Hot Wheel collection. I used to love to steal his favorite Hot Wheel toys. I would love it. I would love to steal them because I knew he loved them so much. But he was like a grown-ass man. He was like 20, and I was a kid, and he wouldn't let me play with them. So I'm like...
Rude.
It was very rude. Very rude. But I would make really cool things. Like I would make like... you get the Hot Wheels, the tracks, those little highway tracks, and I would make them go all over the house and do stuff like that. But I had to throw those away because my mom liked to use those as a belt to whip me.
Oh, wow.
When I would, yeah. Because I would do crazy shit, Chris. Like, I remember for a quarter, I would go to the top of our house, and we had a really big house, and I would jump off the roof with a towel on me like Superman.
Oh, my God.
And I would jump down, and then people would give me a quarter. That's how I would make money to go get candy and stuff like that.
Interesting.
I know. My mother would whip my ass with that Hot Wheel track. She would say, it would always be the same thing. We don't have insurance. How am I going to do? I'll have to fix your arm myself. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
I make my mom sound crazy, but she wasn't. She just was a struggling working mom that, she would teach me to read. You know what the first book I ever read with her? The Warren Report. Do you know what the Warren Report is?
No, never heard of it.
So when they killed John Kennedy, when they killed him, then they did a report that the Supreme Court Justice Warren, I can't think of his last name. His name was something Warren, but he they did it. I'm sure he didn't write shit. They had people write it, but it was talking about who killed them, the one gun theory, Oswald. I learned all about all that as a young age. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very boring childhood, I think. Yeah. Most people were learning green eggs and ham, and I'm learning about JFK. Was it one bullet, or was there someone on the grassy knoll? How did that work? But it makes you suspicious of things. It makes me a really good questioner. I question everything. That's how I was raised. Ask why.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Next question on I don't know. Let me take a drink. Look at my drink. I got blueberries and lemons. Thank you. Go ahead, Chris. It's a little dry today, this show, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah, but okay, don't worry. I'll hit it home. They're not, they're all not all bangers.
You're not going to like this question.
Okay, here it goes.
Which Disney princess would you be?
First, I wouldn't be a princess. I would be Olaf. Olaf from the Frozen.
Oh, Frozen?
Yeah. I want to be the friend. I always see myself as the friend. Princess, I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't want that kind of heat. And they go through a journey. It's like Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise starts out great, and then something bad happens, and he's got to fight like hell, and then he wins again. That's too much energy. I'd rather be the friend that just says funny things.
Okay, but you have to pick one.
Oh, if I had to pick one Disney princess,
which one would you be?
What Disney princess? I guess, is Ariel a princess?
Yeah, she's a princess.
Okay, I would be Ariel because I liked her. I like to be in the water. I like showers. And
yes, you do.
And I like, you know what I mean? And I love gingers. I love red hair. I love Irish people. Irish people are very similar to Mexican people. So
Really? How?
well, we're both Catholic. We both come from big families. We drink a lot. We're very emotional. You know what I mean? Usually Union, usually Democrat. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Irish people. I think they're the chosen people. Hello. Anyways, that's controversial because they say Jewish people are the chosen
Right,
people.
right.
It's a joke. Anyways, what else do you have for questions?
So Ariel.
I was nervous last week when you were talking about drugs because I know your mom listens, and so I was thinking, I remember one time I did a show. I forget, it was somewhere up north, and it was in the back seat with this guy, and he kept asking me, my friend EJ Nonstop. You know EJ?
Oh yeah, I know EJ.
EJ's insane. I love EJ. EJ is hilarious because he had diabetes and he lost a toe. And I called him when he was really sad. And I said, EJ, I was trying to cheer him up, but I said, I got to know because I'm nosy. EJ, what was the last thing you ate when you were like, I don't give a shit if I lose a toe? What was it? What was so good that made you lose a toe? He told me I wasn't shit. But anyways, we were doing a show. We were going up north, and I was in the back seat with somebody, and he was like, he said, I sell cocaine, but I don't use my own product. And I said, okay, good. All right, fine. I mean, that sounds good. And he, for like 70 miles, he just kept hammering me, buy some Coke, buy some Coke, buy some Coke. And I'm like, I don't want to buy cocaine. I don't do cocaine. I don't want to buy cocaine. He wouldn't leave me alone. And I'm like, well, how much is this cocaine? Just so you're shut up. And he said, $45. So I said, fine, here's $45. So he gave me the cocaine, and I thought, oh my God, thank God it's quiet. I don't know what I was going to do with it. Right. So then he gives me the cocaine, and then he says, you ain't gonna share? That's what he said. I said, you can have it back. Just leave me alone. I'll give you $45 just to shut the hell up. Oh my God, that was annoying. He would not stop. I gave it back to him. It's so gross. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who has time? It's insane.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm worried about, I have my friends that still do cocaine because of the fentanyl. Does that mean I'm old? Worry about fentanyl? I don't know. They say the number one bringer of fentanyl in America isn't Mexicans. It's white people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going down there and bringing it back. So quit blaming us for shit.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. We'll bring a chair to your ass.
I feel like she's been quiet lately in the news.
Well, she has to. They kicked her out of her own party, and she got kicked out of the caucus. And
she got kicked out of the...
Yeah.
Really?
She's been helping that McCarthy guy, and they don't like it. Those, Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz. How do I say his name? Gaetz. Yeah, he's a pedophile. His friend went to jail.
Yeah.
And then he was paying a hooker, a minor, on Venmo, and has the temerity, the audaciousness to go up there and quiz people about breaking the law. Just today, a MAGA financial supporter was just convicted of kiddie porn and moving child slavery.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they do. They all do that, and then they say the Democrat. It's so crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's insane. I don't know. I fear for our country.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else do you got, Chris?
Okay. Last question.
Oh, good. Last question, and we're done for the day.
What is your least favorite thing to purchase?
My least favorite thing to purchase that I have to, you know what it is? It's toilet paper. It's so embarrassing to buy toilet paper. And it's embarrassing to buy it with you because you always buy like thousands of rolls of toilet paper and we have to carry it out. I know people are like, how much shit are those gay guys shitting to use all that paper? Like we have, but you know what's odd is we have lots of toilet paper in this house. I shouldn't say that. If shit goes down, people might want to, break into
rob us.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to break chairs over them. But Chris takes our toilet paper and puts one roll in the bathroom and then moves everything out into a closet. So then you got to walk out with your pants to get toilet paper if it runs out. It's so mean.
Where am I supposed to put it?
You could put like 2 rolls in there or something like that. Something.
Well, you put 2 rolls in there.
I'm very busy, Chris. I'm very busy pontificating about things. You know what I'm really excited about, Chris?
What?
Tomorrow is jury duty. Tomorrow I go to court.
Oh, that's right.
It's tomorrow, so I still don't know what I'm going to wear. I got 2 outfits. I don't know if I'm going to go in my suit or my just casual. It's hot, and I'm sure I'm going to have to walk from the parking to the building, so
Yeah.
I want to wear something comfortable.
By the way, I'm pretty sure someone that I work with is going to jury duty tomorrow too.
Oh, okay. Now, are they doing city jury duty or county?
I don't know.
Because I'm going to the county one. That's the big one. Okay. My
Yeah.
friend Fred Whitty works down there. I told him to look for me.
Her name's Winnie, so you'll have to.
Winnie. Okay. What's her name?
Winnie.
Winnie. Okay. If I hear someone call Winnie, I'll be like, bitch, I know you. I know you. That's my friend. I always see at least 3 people down there that I know. They see me, from shows or something. I always know people down there. So I got to look somewhat cute for the photos, Yeah, I know. I'm excited. I'm excited about doing that. I know. I love it.
Doing your duty.
Doing my duty. I love being an American. I love going to jury duty. I love all of that. But I have a show afterwards, so I hope they get me out fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. I think I'm going to go right from there because it's at Desert Ridge.
Oh.
So, I don't know.
CB Live.
CB Live, yeah. So, I don't know. Hopefully I get out of there in time. I think they end at 5, right?
Yeah, I mean,
City-
judges don't work past 5.
No, I know.
They gotta go home to their mansions and drink their wine and eat filet mignon.
I know. And I've been YouTubing how to act as a juror. I've been, to refresh myself. I want to be the lead person. I'm the Leo, so I have to be in charge. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about being in jury duty. I am. Yeah.
I would like to serve on a jury, but I have that thing called work, and I have a kind of job that I can't take off.
Oh, and I can?
Yeah.
I can, yeah, right. I can. I know. It's true. I do. But I mean, it's part of your civic duty. I'm really glad to do it. You know what I mean? I just hope it's not a long case. They usually throw me out though. Because I over answer things because they get scared because, I'm awkward. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm so worried about being perjury or doing something wrong. So I over answer and then they're confused and I'm confused and they're like, bitch, sit down.
You do that.
When I get nervous, I over answer.
I remember we were driving to San Diego one time and Border Patrol, we have to go through Border Patrol. All he asked us was where are you guys from? St. Louis. We're from St. Louis.
White people make me nervous, Chris. When they got guns, they make me nervous.
He was not suspicious.
No,
not at all. You opened your mouth.
I know. I always ruin it. One time, my friend Paul, we went to because in Detroit, you can go to Canada over the bridge at the Windsor Bridge. You can go over to Windsor, Canada, and we went over there, and it was it was for my birthday. They took me, and it was strippers. They had strippers that get naked, and I know it was so gross. I don't like that. It's so embarrassing. But anyways, I was sitting down at a table, and did I ever tell you this? I was sitting at a table, and then I felt something real warm on my shoulder like that, and I turned. It was a penis.
What?
I know, and it smelled like bad breath. I was like, oh. Yeah, I was like,
what?
I know. But when we went over there, Paul said, I got a joint and I'm going to put it in the car. And I'm like, no, I'm driving, I thought they were going to take my Ford Tempo away. And so I'm like, no, please. I said, all right, if you do it, don't tell me. I don't want to know about it. And I was so guilty that they said, you seem really guilty. Pull over. And they tore up the car. And they didn't find it because he put it up in here on his head and put a hat on.
Oh, wow.
It was smart.
That's very smart.
Yeah. And then when we were getting high later, which is not cool, in Canada, we were laughing it up. I almost got us busted.
So you got to keep your Ford Tempo?
I got to keep the Ford Tempo. Yeah, it was a blue one. I got a lot of miles in that Ford Tempo. That used to be the go-go girl car. We would go all over because in Michigan the gay clubs are far apart. And they all go on different nights. So you'd start Wednesday night in Ann Arbor, the Nectarine Ballroom, and then you would do a little circuit and just go all over and see your friends from all over Michigan.
Sounds like fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I love the state of Michigan.
It is a nice state.
Why don't we move there?
I would love to. You want to live in Traverse City?
Love Traverse City.
It's just cold as shit up there.
Yeah, that'll be our summer home.
But what scares me about Traverse City is there's a lot of Bigfoot up there, I think. So I don't know if I could do that. But I can meet in the middle.
Oh, we believe in Bigfoot?
I'm scared of Bigfoot. Bigfoot is a thing. Yeah.
Really?
Well, you're white. You don't have fear like I do. But don't worry, I probably could find a Catholic saint that could take Bigfoot away from us. Like he would see the crucifix or something and he'd be like, no. You know, even I don't like Bigfoot. He makes me nervous. That's why I never really got into Star Wars, that Chewbacca thing. He's a Bigfoot. He's just a Bigfoot in space.
I never thought of that.
Luckily, I'm here to keep you safe. Anyways, those are questions I haven't heard. Is there any more, Chris?
Nope, that was it.
Okay, I can hear my stomach growling. I haven't eaten today.
I know. What
That's
time
a
is
lie.
it?
You think I really haven't eaten?
Oh, I know.
I know. Anyways, so this has been our show. We're coming to the end of this series. I think we're probably going to do one more because I think we have enough material, don't you think, for this podcast? Or are you having fun with it?
I'm having fun with it.
Okay, I know it's a lot of work. So I am getting a lot of material, and let's see what we do with it. And then we're going to videotape us taking it and putting stuff together, and then have new material. So thank you guys so much for watching In a Pickle. I'm sorry if it's boring. I hope that you've been having a little bit of entertainment. And so if there's anything you want to talk about or your questions, just email me or message me. Let me know. I'd love to hear it. As always, we're going to tell you to put away your cart. And my producer is going to look for his card. Right now, he's on a coffee break, and he's not where he should be. That's a problem, Chris. Everything here is for the local level, okay? We can't do this when we go national.
Sorry.
So we tell you every week at In a Pickle with Gene Moore, sponsored by GeneMooreComedy.com. Always remember to put away your shopping carts because that's what makes us good people. And we want to be good people. And, you know, when you're out there and you see somebody that's working, don't be mean to them and don't fight with them because they may have friends that will swim to the shore and whip your ass. And you don't want your ass whipped on national TV. That's embarrassing.
That is. And just stay away from folding chairs.
Stay away from folding chairs. They are, you know what I mean? Black people aren't having it. They're tired of it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I love the internet and what they're doing with the chairs. You know,
the memes and stuff.
Oh my God, it's so good. And like it took like less than 5 hours. People are so good with that meme stuff. So anyways, this is the show. I hope that you come back. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I just want you to know you're very important to me. And so if you could go to GeneMooreComedy.com, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good week. We'll see you again.